back the way you came. Can't go back the way. Can't repair the things you break, no matter what they say. Can't fight fire with a flame. Can't fight fire with a flame. In a world that hesitates, still relay. And with the chain, still relay. And with the chain.
I'm Mitch Gallagher. This is Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. We are at GearFest 2013. We are joined by Joe Robinson.
Hey.
Thanks for coming in.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
So you're here. There's going to be a concert this afternoon at the end of GearFest with Fountains of Wayne, and you're going to be playing as well, right?
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. This is my first time in Fort Wayne, and it's great to see the Sweetwater headquarters, and yeah, it's awesome to be here.
Right. So from Australia originally, and you started very young. You won a songwriting contest, something like age 12, right?
Yeah. I started playing guitar when I was 10, and I'm 22 now. I grew up in a very small town in Australia, and I'm pretty much self-taught. Relocated to Nashville about 3 years ago, so I've been spending the last few years kind of just touring and just kind of writing new music and enjoying it.
And so you've got 3 or 4 albums out, is that right?
Yeah, I've recorded 3 albums and an EP. The EP was my latest release. It's called Toe Jam, and 2 instrumental albums I did when I was younger, and an album I did about 2 years ago, Let Me Introduce You, which was kind of like my album where I recorded with band and vocal, and it was a big step for me. So kind of working on the next release, which I hope to have out by the end of the year.
Right. And you've been having some great success with the touring. You were telling me you just came back from China and Japan. How did that all come about? I was asked to do some shows over there. I had an album released through P-Vine Records in Japan last year, so there's been demand to go over there and tour, and thought I might as well do some shows in China while I was there, and I played Beijing, Shenyang, Chengdu, Wuxi, Hangzhou, and Shanghai, which was amazing, just seeing different parts of China and playing. And, a lot of the people interested in, I guess, Western music are like the younger generation, so there was, all these kids coming out and seeing me play, and there were people who brought iPads with videos of them playing my songs, showing me and stuff, so it was amazing. Wow, that's crazy.
Really awesome, and we played a club in Japan called the Cotton Club, and we played 5 shows there, so it was great.
Wow, that's a pretty whirlwind trip to go that far and then come over here and fight the jet lag to play in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, we got back. I think it was the day before yesterday.
Wow.
And so we kind of got in the van and drove 7 hours up here. But I don't know. I'm excited to be here.
Oh yeah, well we're so glad to have you. So what got you interested in guitar originally? What led you to play the instrument?
I started off on piano and just never liked it. Like my mom kind of like thought it was a good idea for me to learn piano as a kid, and I hated it. I remember a moment when I was jumping on the trampoline as a kid, as kids do, and I heard like Layla by the Derek and the Dominoes version of Eric Clapton playing over the stereo. My dad was playing that cassette tape.
Sure.
And I remember air guitar into it, thinking I kind of want to play the guitar. So I started playing the guitar when I was 10. Begged my mum to let me quit the piano, and she said I could quit if I promised to practice the guitar. So I just developed a natural affinity to it. I just loved it. I used to carry it to school on the bus every day and play on the way to school. And I don't think there's been a day since that I haven't played. I just love it.
Right. So are you completely self-taught? Did you take lessons, have people show you things?
Yeah, I took lessons initially. Learned off a guy at my school. His name was Wally. He was like the local guitar teacher. And I learned like, Apache and, Wipeout and a bunch of stuff like that from him. And he was a great teacher. He taught me the fundamentals. And then I kind of started teaching myself from the internet and DVDs and videos. And pretty much got exposed to like all sorts of genres of music through the internet.
So what led you to the style that you're playing now?
I don't know. It's for me, the style now is a combination of a lot of things. My early influences when I was younger, I played in a band from like age 11 till 14, and we played like psychedelic rock, like kind of like Doors covers, Pink Floyd, a lot of that kind of stuff. And my music now is just, I don't know, I kind of just what I feel, and it's definitely influenced by a lot of different things. But yeah, I think I'm still kind of on a journey finding my own voice and my own sound.
Sure. Well, I hear you're incorporating a lot of things, and you're playing. There's some chromaticism in there, some kind of jazzy kind of licks. Did you listen to a lot of that music as well?
Yeah, I kind of went through a phase where I played a lot of acoustic music, a lot of fingerstyle guitar, and a lot of like Django Reinhardt, Wes Montgomery influenced stuff. You know, I kind of really kind of geeked out on those guys for a while.
Right.
Always loved like players who kind of push the limit in any way. I remember watching a Miles Davis documentary when I was younger, and I sat there in front of the TV. This is before I played the guitar. I was probably 8 or 9, and I watched like a 2-hour Miles Davis documentary without moving, which was a big accomplishment for like a kid that age.
Right.
And so I've always been attracted to players who kind of push the envelope in any way. And whether it's tenor rock players or jazz players or you know, players of another instrument or you know, anything that's kind of what interests me.
Right. Yeah, great. Now you're here on behalf of Gretsch Guitars. They're sponsoring your appearance here at GearFest in Sweetwater. Tell me about the guitar you're playing, and tell me what attracted you to Gretsch.
I started playing Gretsch Guitars because I had a lot of material that I performed on the acoustic guitar, kind of like fingerstyle stuff, and the Gretsch to me was kind of like I could treat it as an acoustic instrument, but it's an electric guitar. You know, it has an electric sound and it works with a band. So I started kind of playing a lot of my acoustic songs with a trio, and the Gretsch kind of really worked for that, and I just kind of became hooked on it. They have a unique, you know, sound and tone, and this guitar is a Country Gentleman 6122 Junior. It's a pretty unique guitar. I actually haven't seen another one. And tonight I'll be playing this, a Country Gentleman, kind of the Chet Atkins, George Harrison style one, and also probably going to use a duo jet that Gretsch has here that I really liked. I played at soundcheck.
Nice. This is actually quite a small body size for a hollow body.
Yeah.
Gretsch, does that let you control feedback more, or what is it? What does it led you to that body size?
I don't know. It's just got a little bit of a different tone. It's not as massive sounding like the bigger Gretches, like the White Falcon or the Country Gentleman. They sound just like massive, which is great, and that's kind of why I like it. Because when I play like in the band, like I rule. You know, it's like even the drummer and bass player can't keep up with that massive sounding guitar.
Right.
Whereas this thing has a more controlled spot in the mix. You know, like a more conventional electric guitar has a much narrower sound than like a big Gretsch to me. So this guitar is kind of like bridges kind of both worlds.
Right. And it allows you with a smaller body, so I would expect not quite as much feedback that you have to worry about. Those kind of things are a little easier to control, a stage volume. And
the feedback. I mean, I kind of am used to controlling it anyway. You know, because I play the bigger 6122 often. So.
Right. Joe, thanks so much for coming in.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciate having you here, and great playing. We're really looking forward to the show this afternoon. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool.
We appreciate you taking the time and being all jet lagged and driving up from Nashville and everything. We know it was an effort, and so we appreciate it.
No worries. Nice to meet you, Mitch.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Mitch Gallagher. Thanks for joining me for Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear.